Today's episode is the first step in our money mindset mastery framework. It is awareness of our unconscious thoughts, of our confirmation bias, and how it's impacting our memories, how it's impacting what we do, how we make financial decisions, and how we see ourselves as business owners. This awareness allows us to understand what our money mindset is today. Hello, and welcome back to Entrepreneur Money Stories. Today, we're going to be talking about a really deep topic, confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is really the human tendency to seek, interpret, and remember information that confirms your pre-existing beliefs. And this is really important when we think about our finances, how we make financial decisions, and emotional spending. Now, confirmation bias is kind of insidious. It really affects every choice you make every single day. It's the things you choose to buy, how you care for yourself and your health, who you choose to hire, how you run your business, your emotions, and your finances, right? How you make those financial decisions. Can we say, hello, emotional spending? This is all happening in the background in your subconscious without you even noticing. It is incredible. I'm a yoga instructor and I've heard the story several times, so you might be able to relate. I had somebody tell me this story and I thought it was really powerful. So you walk into your first yoga class. If you've never been to yoga, you could imagine you're walking into the gym for the first time, you're walking into your first networking group, the first time you ever spoke about your business, the first sales call you had. You can picture yourself. Okay. So you walk into your first yoga class and you're a little insecure about your weight and how your clothes cling to your body. And it just, everything reveals every flaw that you have. You picked out the pair of pants and the shirt that smooths everything out. But you are so nervous about making a fool of yourself. So you walk in, your hands are sweaty, kind of shaking a little bit because you're so nervous that you don't want to make a fool out of yourself in the people around you. And you're kind of patting at your clothes, straightening out your shirt, straightening out your pants over and over again, maybe laying your hands around the mat to make sure that it's flat because you're so nervous that you're using those coping mechanisms. Now, your eyes instantly, right, as you're getting yourself comfortable and ready, your eyes instantly zoom to all the fit people chatting. And they're all in the corner chatting. And so as you walk past them, your ears perk up at the tinkle of laughter, right? And all you can think is, they're laughing at me. They are laughing at me. I knew this outfit was stupid. I never should have worn this. I never should have came here. Despite that, you pick a spot in the back of the classroom so no one can see you, right? So the teacher starts class, gets everyone ready. And you're looking at the other students in the class following along, and you have no idea what the teacher is saying. These poses sound like a foreign language. And of course, you flail around on your mat and you fall over with a big thump, a big, giant thump. You look over to see if no one saw you. But of course, the guy next to you, he's hiding a smirk. And you think to yourself, I knew it. Now everyone is quite literally laughing at me. Afterwards, you run out of there and vow to never do yoga again. Confirmation bias strikes again. In the yoga class, you looked for every instance that confirmed your insecurities. The yogis who were laughing at you, the guy who smirked when you fell, the icky feeling you had in your stomach, the insecurity you felt in your head every time the teacher called a pose that you didn't know. Now, you ignored all the other instances that didn't prove your insecurities. So basically, everyone else in the class barely noticed you. The teacher was actually really kind She was welcoming, supportive. And this is actually the first time in a really long time that you took an hour to yourself, that you didn't think about your team, your business, your kids. And it was actually really relieving to take a moment to freaking breathe. Now, I was shocked the first time that I heard about this topic, and I couldn't believe how often I hear this come up for business owners. How about, I'm not good at numbers. I never will be, right? These are the stories that we tell ourselves. And then because that's the story we're telling ourselves, we're looking for places that is proved right. You go to log into QuickBooks and you can't navigate your way around. You're like, well, see, I knew I was never going to be good at this accounting thing. I should just give up. I don't need to know my numbers as a business owner, right? We end up confirming our confirmation bias. We confirm that. We look to places that confirm these negative stories that we're telling ourselves. I want you to think about a time that you felt crummy, right? That you were feeling lousy. And so you immediately jumped onto Facebook or Instagram because I know that's what not all of us. That's what so many of us do when we're feeling crummy. You look at the pictures of other business owners, they're expanding, opening up new locations, hitting their goals, hiring, of course, traveling. They found their dream assistant, and they all have the business of your dreams. Now you're sitting there distracted, feeling crappy because you chose to seek out the information that confirmed your crummy feelings. You know that comparing yourself to others doesn't help you find your focus, improve your mindset, or help you achieve your goals, but you did it anyway. Confirmation bias also affects the way you process information that is actually generally otherwise neutral information, and it tends to favor your beliefs. Remember that time that you hired a new assistant and she was amazing, right? You did not notice a single flaw. You needed her help so badly, and you were so excited to get these tasks off your plate that you only saw the things that she was doing amazing and helpful. All of a sudden, there were flaws. Now, all of a sudden, all you can do is pick apart every assignment, every project, every task, and every communication because they are driving you up the wall. It's all that you see. This, my friends, is confirmation bias in full effect. Now, even your memories affect your confirmation bias. You interpret and possibly even change memories and facts in your head based on your belief. This is crazy. I often think about my brother and I, right? My brother is 3 years younger than I am. And when he tells stories at family dinners, I think to myself, did we even grow up in the same household? His stories confirm the life that he wants to live, the financial decisions that he wants to make. And my stories confirm the life I want to live. These confirmation bias memories affect how we spend money and how we control our money mindset as business owners and as leaders. It impacts the way that we make financial decisions. Today's show is brought to you by Kickstart Accounting, Inc. Are you ready to take control of your finances and pave the way to sustainable profit? Look no further than Kickstart Accounting, Inc., your trusted bookkeeping service since 2015. They've worked with thousands of other business owners, so they understand your unique needs. What really actually sets them apart, though, is that they're entrepreneurs themselves, dedicated to entrepreneurs like you. Kickstart Accounting Inc.'s strategic framework empowers you every step of the way. They will start with their safe and secure onboarding process, use their magic to set up QuickBooks, and provide you with their easy-to-read financial snapshot. Don't forget, you'll have a dedicated team to ensure that your financials are accurate and on time. Don't let bookkeeping overwhelm you. Trust the Kickstart Accounting Inc. team today. Visit kickstartaccountinginc.com to book your discovery call and get started. Emotional spending is something that I have seen hundreds of our clients deal with over the years. And throughout this research of creating our program, Money Mindset Mastery, I realized how much of the emotional spending has been caused by our confirmation bias that we've created throughout the years, through our memories, through our events, experiences. This has all impacted our subconscious. And now it impacts the way we make financial decisions today. Now, I want you to think back to a time that you wanted to make a purchase in your business. It might be something that you're really excited about. It will solve a big problem that you have in your business. It will be really gratifying for you to make this purchase. And as you did your research, because you listened to our last emotional spending episode, so you know that you need to wait 48 hours to put time and space between you and your purchase. In that 48 hours, you are taking time to do research. However, confirmation bias will lead you and has led you to seek out information and opinions that support your decision to make the purchase. You might have focused on positive reviews, testimonials that confirmed your belief that the purchase was justified. The bias information search then reinforces your emotional attachment to the purchase and makes it more likely for you to proceed with it. Now, confirmation bias also causes us to ignore the negative information. We downplay it. We ignore or downplay the feedback of the potential purchase. We might completely disregard the potential drawbacks and the risks, maybe the financial implications that purchase has, because our confirmation bias is helping us concentrate on the positive, on what gratification that is going to give us. Confirmation bias helps us rationalize our spending decisions. It seeks out justifications. It helps us as business owners convince ourselves that the purchase really will enhance our business or even our personal life. The bias reasoning allows us to align our emotions and our desires to the financial decisions. And again, it leads us to make impulsive and unnecessary purchases. Now, as we're doing this research within the 48 hours, we overestimate the benefits. We focus on the positive outcome or the advantages. We downplay or overlook the potential drawbacks and the costs. We ignore the potentially wasteful or detrimental spending. We reinforce these spending patterns that we have created. And I think that this last piece is most important, right? Because we can possibly remember or see that, look, I'm talking from experience. I have done this too. And sometimes I'll even say, you know what you're doing. You are researching this to confirm the purchase that you want to make. And here are the negative reviews. Here are the negative things that you are ignoring. But I want to pause on this last kind of point here, is that this reinforces the emotional spending patterns. It perpetuates the cycle of emotional spending because it reinforces the belief that these purchases are worthwhile and satisfying. So each time a business owner engages in this emotional spending and experiences the positive emotions, those perceived benefits, really quite frankly, it's a dopamine hit. It strengthens your bias towards future emotional decisions. That reinforcement makes it increasingly challenging to break free from your unnecessary purchases, right? From your emotional spending. So today I want to talk about how we can break free, how we can stop the cycle so that we can stop getting the dopamine hit from our emotional spending and stop the cycle from continuing. So what are the steps? Because this can be a very scary cycle to be in. The first step is to approach this with curiosity and not conviction. When you walk into your interactions trying to prove yourself right, you're always going to really succumb to confirmation bias. So let's focus less on being right and more on experiencing life with curiosity. Let's allow ourselves to be wrong so we can open ourselves up to new thoughts and opinions. new ways of thinking. So our first step is to approach emotional spending, approach our finances, approach our negative money mindset and thinking with curiosity. Instead of saying, I'm not a numbers person, historically, I have not spent a lot of time with my numbers. However, I'm open to spending more time and understanding this in the future, right? Reframing our thought patterns so that we are curious about what we might be able to change in the future. Next is to think about thinking. I want you to fight back about these cognitive biases. Really evaluate your instinctive reactions. So the next time you run across facts that completely confirm your worldview, completely confirm what you are looking to spend money on, how you want to lead in your business, how you want to make business decisions, stop and think about the assumptions that you're making and look for ways to prove yourself wrong. This is an important one because we can get stuck in the cycle. We can get stuck in the money mindset negativity cycle. And this is a way to prove ourselves wrong. Now, I've done this in different ways in my life. I was a vegetarian for a little over 5 years. And during that time, I did listen to a lot of podcasts and follow a lot of vegans on social media. But I knew it was really important for me to follow and listen to people from the other side who had other viewpoints so that I could always be deciding what was the best option for me at that moment. And so I gave myself permission to change at any time. And I want to give you permission as a business owner that you can change at any time. We had a client, we've worked with her for years, and the last several years, she was in high growth mode. So she was spending a lot of money on advertising and marketing. She was hiring. She was leading a team. She was surrounding herself with the mastermind coaching communities and support systems for high growth. And she found that this was no longer the business that she wanted to lead and that she wanted to refocus and reframe her business. And so we helped her decide what team members she was going to keep, what products and services she was going to keep, and what she was going to walk away from so that she could intentionally reframe her business to be the business that she wanted today. So she could spend money on the team members, on the systems and the support systems that she needed in her business now. So I give you permission to break the cycle, to think about thinking, and to change at any time. Now, today's episode is the first step in our money mindset mastery framework. It is awareness of our unconscious thoughts, of our confirmation bias, and how it's impacting our memories, how it's impacting what we do, how we make financial decisions, and how we see ourselves as business owners. This awareness allows us to understand what our money mindset is today. I want to invite you to come and take the remaining steps through the Money Mindset Mastery Program. If you are interested, you can come to kickstartaccountinginc.com/money mindset mastery to continue on this journey. You are working towards the first step, which is awareness. Now let's continue to work together to guide you through rewriting your money story so that you can step into the power that you deserve as the CEO and CFO of your business today.